London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London
She
Bridge
actually
is
sounded
falling
really
down.
good too.
My fair lady.
Fairly.
I love the English, surprisingly enough. Normally I hate the English in anime.
Yeah.
But in this one, it was decent for the most part.
Yes, I was actually really blown away by the U.S. The FBI, the guy, Clarence. That was his name, Clarence. Yeah, I was really impressed by him. Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Jobless Weebs, episode 116. Woo! And today, as always, I'm Brian, and this is...
I'm Marco, I'm Mexican, and these are the new Mikus.
Yay! Party! Really amazing.
Yeah, this is like the casual Miku. This is like Gala Miku.
That's right.
I am wondering why their hair color is different though.
Yeah. It's like teal and green.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
it's awesome. Looks amazing.
How are you, Brian?
I've been doing pretty good. Man, starting a new job is always super nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh.
Super tiring too.
Oh yes, it is. Oh yeah, it really is. Last night, I slept for 8 hours, and then I went back to bed. Went back to sleep like right away. I didn't get out of bed actually, and in total I was like, well, I kept waking up, but it was like 10 hours maybe. Yeah,
I don't.
It was intense.
I have not slept up. Well, you know, sometimes on the weekends, either Sundays, like, you know, Saturday, Sunday, I tend to
like stay in bed.
Yeah, that's the day that I just let my body wake me up at the time. You know, I don't put alarms. I don't do anything. You know, Saturday it's kind of like editing day.
All right, doing some stuff, being busy.
And all the other days, it's like, well, go to work really early, so I have to go to bed early.
Right.
But normally I started reading a manga, which it's always bad. It's always bad because I always start reading a manga and it's like, and I don't have time to read the manga because, you know, I'm at work or I'm doing like working on my project, so I'm like, oh, I have time just before going to sleep. Which, you know, it's a bad idea because it's like 9:30 or something, which that's the time that I should normally go to sleep to have a good, you know, night's sleep.
Oh yeah, solid amount.
And then next thing I notice is like 1 a.m, and I'm like, freak.
No.
Well, at least I know what's happening. Just one more. And sometimes I'm like,
oh wow.
And sometimes I just fell asleep, and next day I try to find my cell phone somewhere because it's like, where is it?
You literally fell asleep while you were reading. Oh man.
So
wow.
Should work on that. Shouldn't do that anymore.
It's
like, I'm no longer in my early 20s to.
Oh no.
To be doing, or like I'm no longer in my teens.
Oh yeah, where you can like bounce back from the day after.
Like,
no, not anymore. Dang. Well, which manga was that?
It was one of the new ones that it's gonna come out next season.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the I got kicked out from the hero party, and I'm at tank level 9,999.
Yes.
Pretty standard. Though, you know, from all the other stories of like I got kicked from the hero party, this one's a little more decent. But, you know, we'll talk about it on.
We will
in due time.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. I've really been enjoying Stardust Telepath. It's so nice from this season, and I love it.
Stardust Teleport. Which one
Yeah,
is that one?
it's the one with bottle rockets, and she's like really quiet and reserved, and she doesn't really like talk with anybody, uh, but she wants to connect with others, specifically aliens, by going out into outer space and finding aliens. It's a really cute, nice one.
You'll have to show it to me
I'll
because
have to, I'll have to pull up the picture.
It's not ringing any bells, and
yeah, it's really cute. It's really nice.
yeah.
So that's what I've been getting to.
Yeah, I've been watching a few of the other ones, especially from like Saturday and Sundays.
Oh yes,
Tend to watch those ones.
Those ones are good. Here we go.
Yeah, that one. I've seen it. Yeah, but
yeah, it's really cute.
Okay,
I really like this one.
Is it like a slice of life?
Yeah, it's basically a slice of life, where they're doing like a club project. Basically, that's kind of like the structure of the story, and it's bottle rockets because that's like what they can do during this time of their lives at school, in the hopes of making a real rocket one day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I wonder why that slipped my radar.
Yeah, it's right up your alley.
Yeah,
like it's
what's wrong with me?
I know, right? Yeah, slice of life. They're doing a little side project. It's really cute. Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna give it a try because right now I'm following a lot of drama ones, which
okay.
they're good on its own way, but Overtake or MF Ghost, which they're probably not very popular during this season. They're racing ones, but they're pretty good. The story of Overtake is pretty good. From MF Ghost, it's pretty. MF Ghost is actually a follow-up from Initial D.
Okay. I see. I saw
it's been so long since I watched Initial D. I don't remember if I even finished it, but I mean, enough anime talk. Let's talk about anime.
Let's talk about anime. Very ironic. Today's anime, we're gonna hop into Terror in Resonance. This one, it always drew my eye, with like the promotional, well, I guess the key visual, just with the three of them standing there with the city and the tower burning. I've always been drawn to that, and I was like, I'm just gonna go into it, start watching it. So yeah, this one, Terror in Resonance, which the Japanese is Zankyo no Teroru, or Terror of the Echo. I was drawn into this just with how dramatic it looks. Of course, Watanabe, director, very recognizable from Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop. So it's already like, oh, what's it really going to be about? Let's go. And it is an original, pretty sure, 2014. So right from the get-go, like right out the gates, it's like, oh, what's it going to be like?
It was a really cool story.
Yeah.
I remember that before watching it the first time, I remember I read somewhere that it was like, oh, top animes where the bad guys are the protagonists. And it was there, and I was like, okay. And then I watched the anime, and I was like, okay, this seems accurate. And then you continue watching, and you're like, no. It's like they're not the bad guys. This is like,
that's right. Yeah, I totally agree with you. No matter what anybody says, like, sure, they are terrorists, but yeah, they're not the bad guys.
Because they're more like kind of like a vigilantes, kind of like reminds me of B of Vendetta.
Okay.
This type of guy that it's more of a vigilante that also does these acts of terror against kind of like a greater evil, if you will, or kind of is like, oh yeah, these are good guys that are fighting good bad guys.
Exactly. Totally understandable.
The animation is great.
It is, yeah. It looks
the animation,
fantastic.
The story, character design.
Yeah, the music,
soundtrack. Yeah, like the guitar, the riffs. Like, I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
and it's very haunting.
Reminded me of Follicula. Like,
okay, yes. Yep, Follicula. Oh, I love that one. So many great points for this anime. Really great stuff. Hopping right into it, we start off with this power plant and this guy going in, and it just seems like he's a regular worker going through the security door, and we get kind of like different shots, and we see another guy coming in truck, and we're like, okay, what's like going on? And we follow them, the both of them, and they're both doing like infiltration, shady type stuff. The guy inside of the plant, he does some misdirects, goes through really sneakily, and like just grabs this really suspicious looking hunk of metal sphere. Yeah, it's like, oh man, what is that? I wonder. And this other guy, he just keeps coming. He like drives a snowmobile, and crazy stuff happens. The people are like trying to catch them, going after them, and they get away with it. It's high intense.
Yeah, it was like a successful heist.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it says like, 6 months after.
6 months later.
Yeah, it's like, okay, sure, let's go. You have these two guys that are about to kind of like, start their high school.
Yeah.
And they're like talking, and they're referring to themselves with numbers.
Yes. 9.
One of them, it's 9. The other one, it's 12.
Yep.
And they're just talking, and it's like, oh yeah, it's hot, and like, you know what? It's like kind of like they seem like regular kids.
Yeah, and then one of them says, "Oh, like, don't act suspicious or don't do anything that draws attention." It's like, wait, what? Who are these kids? Why are they calling themselves 9 and 12? Oh my gosh, I was like, who the heck are these guys? I was blown for a loop.
Yeah, at the same time, we have on the school pool a girl that was being bullied.
Yep.
And then one of these guys, 12, goes is like, hey, you guys are bullying her? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. It's kind of hot. I'm going to jump into the pool as well. And he's a goofy guy. The other guy, it's really cold, really reserved. And, the story seems to be kind of like expressed from the point of view of the girl. Because she's like, you know what? It was a smile as bright as the sun.
Yeah.
And eyes
cold as ice.
Cold as ice.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. We get a little bit of internal dialogue from her.
I kind of thought of it that she referred to, to 12 because of his smile, because she interacted more with him, and to the eyes with 9 because he was more like the brains of the group, which, we're going to dive a little further with that, because both of them were pretty gifted, if you will. The story moves forward. Yeah. It's just a regular day. This girl, it's emotionally not good.
Yeah, she continues to get bullied. She also goes to like the restroom. We see her phone. It's like a lot of texts from her mom. It's like, she pulls out her bento, and man, like she throws it in the toilet. Yeah, she's like definitely not emotionally stable, or at least really, really angry towards her mom, I think.
Then it's the end of the school day.
Yeah.
We see again these two guys, 9 and 12. They're at a mall, or kind of like at a building. Yeah, it was sort of a mall, right? Or,
Yeah, I got a feeling it was like a mall shopping center type thing.
and they were like, "Hey, like, are we really doing this?" Like, so it's like now you're getting an idea. I was like, okay, they're planning something.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of like putting a bunch of these kind of like ant plushies.
Yeah. All
Everywhere,
over the
and they're
place.
like, "Hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
start like at this time, and like let's do this." Because also we get a shot of the police station of two detectives that are just chilling there, and one of the detectives, or one of the cops, it's browsing through the internet, and he sees two kids with kind of like a Super Sentai mask, and like, "Hey, we're Sphinx 1, it's Sphinx 2,
Yeah.
and guess what? It's gonna be really dark after 3." So he's like, "Watch out." He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever." That was the day before.
Yeah, like
And
stay
then,
indoors
yeah,
or
at
stay
3,
home. Yeah.
there was this kind of like crane that breaks some electric lines.
Yeah.
And there's a blackout.
Pretty much whole city block, or no, even greater, like large portion of the city, and they're in this building, and they're putting these things everywhere, and the girl is also there. Her name is Lisa. Kind of a unique name, I guess, for a Japanese girl. So Lisa, she sees 12, kind of like just happenstance, and no, 12 sees her, and then like gets kind of like involved. He gives her one of the toys, and we're like, oh, what's going on? And it's all very like, pretty fast. They start basically
Fires.
the operation. Yeah, they start the
Yeah,
fires.
let's start
The
fires
alarm.
with these toys.
Yeah.
And because of that, like a lot of people, it's start being evacuated.
Yeah. Yes. Evacuated. The fire alarm goes off, and it's just a whole bunch of things happening all at once. Lisa is still there. She is contacted by 9, and is given a choice. Hey, you can become an accomplice, or you can just die right now. And which is hardly any choice. She goes and she's like, okay. Oh, jeez Louise. She's given directions where to go. She puts down the toy, and I did notice that these little toys, when they go off, they send off a lot of sparks and like a lot of flames, and then they explode. I definitely picked up on that because that's not a normal bomb, I guess you could say. She sets one down. She's told to get off to the side. It goes off, and then she comes to the hole, and 12 is there, motioning her to jump. So she jumps and escapes with him. And now we know it's terror. They're freaking terrorists.
Now we know the terror report.
Yep.
Yeah, because with this bomb, they generated a reaction that is explained later on the next episode. That we're not gonna put like this because you know. YouTube will get mad. But it's a reaction that it's called a thermite reaction. Their temperature increase way hot, and it starts melting concrete.
Yep.
And so because of that, those bombs, after it melt, they explode. They basically destroyed one part of this building.
Yep. Pillars,
and luckily there were no casualties.
That's right.
Just 27 people were hurt.
Yeah, 27.
Then Lisa and 12 meet up with 9. 9 tells her like, "Hey, you're an accomplice now, but you're not one of us."
Yeah.
So
what a jerk,
right?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's right.
I mean, but if you're doing that kind of things, you're not gonna be nice with whomever saw you.
That's a good point. Yeah, and it was 12. They kind of like brought her. Well, I mean, he had to help her, but he did kind of like bring her to 9.
Well,
so yeah,
because like later you notice it's like they just probably just wanted to sound cool, I guess, because they were not going to do anything, you know, based at the end. So it's like all of this happens. There's at the police kind of like headquarters. There's this meeting, and they're like, "Hey, we found a piece of paper with the initials BON."
Yeah,
VON.
VON.
Like, oh,
so they're all like,
it's the same letters that the guys who stole, the package from that nuclear plant left. And they're like, so do you think they're the same? Let me think. So
yeah, their priority list jumps pretty high for this.
And people is confused because it's just a building that was destroyed, but everyone was able to escape. So they're confused as to why are these guys doing this? Like, did they did it as a warning? Like, was this planned for having all the people evacuated? Because they could have as easily just like straight up going bunkers and finish everyone there, but they didn't. So they're like racking their brains as to what the heck is going on. There's another video. And this next video is again these two guys in a Sentai. It's like, "Hey, 6 Sphinx 1, Sphinx 2, did you like what we did yesterday? I hope you did, because we have something else."
Jeez Louise. And they give a riddle for this video. They give the famous Sphinx riddle, what walks on 2 legs, then 4 legs, then 3 legs. And they're like, and they give a hint for the location of where to find this. And they said, search for the bomb. And this one, it was the house by the gods for this riddle?
No, it was the police station.
Oh, yes.
So it was that in this video, they're like, "Hey, we're a Sphinx, and we want you to solve this riddle." And in this riddle, like a lot of these riddles are based off from, the Greek tragedy Oedipus. Oedipus Rex.
Oedipus Rex.
And the Sphinx, it's someone that faces Oedipus early in the story. I mean, it's been quite a long time since I read that story, but But there was this time that Oedipus finds a Sphinx, and he's like, "Hey, what walks with four legs on the morning,
or
2 legs on
two in the morning, 4 in the evening, and then
no, it's
afternoon.
4 legs in the morning because it's a baby, 2 in the evening because it's a man, 3 at night because it's an old man with a cane.
Ooh, okay. They may have had the other one in the video, but the police comes to that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the police are like, oh, it's 423.
that's right.
And it's like, oh yeah, let's go there. Like it's kind of like a research facility, so let's go there. While like on the background, we have this other detective.
Yeah.
That he's working on the archives, and he's like, oh, okay, I figured it out, and so he calls his superior and tells like, hey, I know the answer to the riddle. It's like, yeah, we know it's the deepest Rex. It's like, yeah. It's it's a riddle that the Sphinx gives. Like, yeah, we know. It's 4-3. And
yeah, that's right.
And then he tells like, no, there's another version.
Yep.
It's a different one. And it's like, okay. And when they were talking, the bomb that they had prepared, like, they had disguised it as a ramen container from a shop. It explodes.
Yep.
And they're like, what just happened?
Yep.
Like
while they were on the phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Then this detective, it comes to be a very interesting character because he is supposed to be. He's a good guy.
Oh yes, he's a good guy. The thing with him, his name is Shiba Zaki. So Shiba Zaki, he's working on the archives, but he used to be a detective. And so we're like, oh, why is this guy only in the archives? So he figures it out, and he starts to get involved with these cases that are happening, especially with Sphinx sending out the videos. And yeah, he's a really cool character. Probably the best character in the anime. We start following him a lot. I definitely thought that we would follow Lisa, but we see her just like once in a while, which is kind of sad. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she kind of takes the back seat throughout the whole story.
I mean, a lot of bad things happen because of her.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
A part of me just wanted to slap her. He's like,
yeah,
stop being dumb.
Bro, you know, right? Yeah, with 12. Oh my gosh. Yeah, seriously.
But oh boy, yeah, at this point, the police are already mad enough. Yes. But now that a police station has been attacked, they're like, "Whoa, this kid's trying to pick up a fight with
it's getting personal.
With this country."
Yeah,
and it's like, yes, you should have noticed that on the very first bombing.
Yeah.
Because if you were not taking it seriously, I think you should. Because the thing also with this one, there were also no casualties.
Yep.
It was just an explosion.
That's right.
Then this detective Shibasaki, he's like, all right, let's do this. Let's catch these guys.
Yeah.
They get a third.
Yep.
A third message, a third video on this platform, and then in this the next riddle, it's about a dragon.
Yeah.
And they are always giving hints.
Throughout the video.
Like their speech. And the detective Shibasaki starts thinking like, okay, like what's all of this? It's like, oh, it's probably is referring to a shrine, a god, like, oh. and they're still referring to Oedipus, and it's like, oh yeah, what's Oedipus? Oedipus, it means swollen foot.
That's right. So he connects what they said during the video with Oedipus, the name Oedipus, and then he also figures out that Oedipus had an ancestor who was, he was like descended from a dragon, and it's really, really clever. It's really cool, and he figures it out since it was a Japanese god from a particular region.
Yeah, the god of foot, of feet or foot. Or something.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which was just one leg. It's like,
yeah,
man, it's like this. A lot of weird gods.
Oh yes, yep.
But yeah, he also decides to do, something a bit outrageous. Because he just also go into the same platform and he starts recording himself. Yes. And he's like, hey, this is the answer. Yeah. And the bomb is here. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, they're like 12 and 9 are checking, the video feed on their own. And they're like, oh yeah, see that there's some people there. They have some hazmat suits that are, for radioactive materials.
Oh, yeah.
And the detective also says like, hey, you bunch of kids, like, you idiots, don't you dare to use your Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not going to forgive you.
Yeah.
And so
I won't
everyone is like, the freak are you doing, dude?
Yeah,
like,
they turn off the video real quick. They're like, you can't do that. Yeah, it's really
you don't threaten terrorists. But 12 and 9s notice like, oh, they have linked us already to to what happened 6 months prior. So, and I think that this guy Shinosaki, he's onto something. So let's work with that. They're still using the Oedipus regs for the riddles. And
that's right.
All of them is based on that book, if you will.
Yes.
And it was this portion in which Oedipus was on the underworld.
Yeah.
And he was asked that, like, know thyself. And they're like, hey, we have the next bomb. Yeah. It's going to explode. Was it at midnight? 10 midnight? It was going to explode, right? They were giving Shinosaki a task.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, if you can figure this out, we will stop the bomb. If not, well, you can't stop the bomb. The bomb. And remember, no cheating.
No cheating. Yep, that's right.
And so Shinosaki, he starts... Shibasaki.
Yeah. Starts thinking.
Starts like, oh...
really clever how he figures it out.
He actually solves all of these riddles. And he finds, kind of like at the end of the comments, a link. And he's like, hey, put the answer here. And he starts putting names from, the Greek tragedy, and he's like, no, nothing's working. And the rest of the police department is like, the freak are you doing? You're just playing the same...
playing along with their games.
These guys.
And they go off to search for the bomb and find it and disarm it, basically.
Kind of.
Right.
Because like all the police were there and in the place where the bomb was supposed to be.
Right.
And Shibasaki is like, I can't believe this. He starts smoking, and the one of the other of his partners is like, hey, Shibasaki, please don't smoke here. It's like,
oh yeah,
you're not supposed to smoke here. Like, he's like, you don't know yourself. And he's like, I don't know myself. And he's like,
now he gets
Shibasaki.
Really and
he's like, congratulations, but guess what? You cheated. Or at least these guys did.
Yeah.
So the bomb's going to explode. And it's just an animation.
Yeah.
And then like
all the documents.
Yeah, all the documents that the police had about the case
Yeah,
of
the
the
investigation.
terror, and also 6 months prior are
Mhm.
revealed for everyone to
All
see.
the reports.
And they're like, freak.
Crap, we're
It's
screwed. Yeah. And yeah, it's like 9 and 12. Sphinx are always 2 steps ahead of the police department.
Yeah.
Everything. Shibazaki is the only one who's anywhere near solving them, but the like part of the police department, they're freaking idiots.
A huge part of the police.
A huge part of it, yeah. So
next thing we have,
yeah,
a new person enters the chat.
and boy, this is
I
where it
really
gets
like
scary.
it because it was the perfect entrance. It was an airplane and there was a girl, and it was like, hey, it's really nice weather we have today. It's like, no, it's about to rain.
Yep.
Because now we have another video, a new one. This video also refers to a dragon, and he says like, hey, detective, like, please, we want to do you a favor, so please solve this. And they give a pretty easy riddle, and the detective actually manages to solve it really fast.
It's very fast.
They're like, okay, we got it.
Yeah, but it's so fast to the point that he's wondering now, like, what are they really trying to say? Like, this is too easy.
Yeah.
And he's like, is there an underlying message? Or to like figure out. And it's incredible. He starts to connect all of the different hits, all the different locations and places that are being targeted, and he finds out that there is a connection with kind of like either like the directors or the people who are over all these different places or projects, and he finds out that they are from a certain seminar.
It was kind of like a non-profit organization or something like that.
It was an organization, and they're all linked in that way. So he's kind of like thinking now, hey, there's like a little bit more of what's really going on. But lo and behold, this new girl, she comes into the equation and starts changing things up. And she's apparently from the FBI, US government, and Clarence is there too. And, US government, they come in, they start screwing things up.
America.
I know, right? America. Seriously, like, I don't know what it is, but they're the bad guys. they're the bad guys.
Right, because
like girl,
these Japanese guys had kind of like their agenda, and they're like, oh yeah, let's try to catch them, because then
at the very least,
the higher ups of the police, of the Japanese police, were like, oh, I think there's something to do with this. Let's limit these guys, the police, a little bit as to how much they can know about this, because they should apprehend them. They should not pry into what they're trying to do. They're being terrorists. They're like, these are random acts. It's like random acts of terror. And then the FBI comes and say like, we're here to bring you some freedom.
Oh boy, let's go.
And they're like, yeah, let us handle it. And then the higher ups are like, okay, tell the rest of your officers that we're gonna assist.
They're gonna take
the FBI in here. They're gonna take priority over this.
So now warning bells going off all around. And yes, Shibazaki, he was put into archives with some shady business from the higher ups, and like the incident that led to it was secretary from a political faction, and the head of that political faction used to be on the police force. So it's like all sorts of shady stuff, even before the FBI coming in. And so the girl, she's called 5. So now it's like, okay, she's definitely connected somehow with 9 and 12. And with this particular operation, she's getting involved, and she basically tells the police department that they'll handle it. They'll I'm not sure if they even said that they'll take care of the bomb, since they did say they said that they would take care of it. So Shibazaki, he's like, all right, you do that, or they all thought that it would be taken care of. But when 9 figured out that all the phone companies were basically shut down or cut off, he couldn't connect with the bomb connections anymore. So he's like, crap.
Yeah, because he could have connected, a call and deactivate the bomb.
Yeah, by phone.
But they're like, there's someone else. He was really like, there's someone else, and he starts doing a hacker thing.
Yeah,
like really cool, and then like, oh no, I'm beginning to be hacked.
Right, and so he's
having some flashbacks, memories of he being chased by someone else.
Yeah, and it's like the grounds of the facility.
It's her. So like he shuts down like the laptop because he's being hacked, and he's making his way to the train where they put another bomb. 12 is doing the same, but 9 is like freak. He's like, what the heck is she doing here?
Oh yeah.
He's making his way. The things just happen. He managed to
evacuate the train.
Everyone with like a smoke grenade.
That's
and
right.
Everyone's just freaking out.
Yep.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna deactivate it. And he's just like one person that was like,
totally zonked out.
Things go to crap.
Yeah.
The bomb explodes.
That's right.
And he's like, what's happening here? Because also Shibazaki was like, wait, it exploded? It's like, I thought that those guys that just came said that he was going to be taken care of because we found it. We know where it was.
Right. Freaking fast.
Which, I don't know how, the subway system is for, depending the lines, but I don't think that there are that many trains for one line. Or I think that should be easily trackable.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we have these many trains that go through this line. So yeah, let's search in all of them.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a bomb expert or a subway system expert, but that was doable, and they clearly didn't do it.
Yep.
And after the explosion, all the cell phone signals came back, and everyone received the same message. And Miss Cheta, like, I found you.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Seriously, like in my mind, I was like, come on, police department. This is not freaking Sphinx. This is a different delivery system. I don't know why they oh man.
They took
granted
way too
again,
long to
the
notice.
FBI were, I know, right? Yeah.
And some of them didn't even notice.
Yeah. The message was another riddle.
Right, and especially that's the thing, because it's like, hey, we've been doing these videos this whole
Right, it was the
time.
video riddles.
We have decided to switch to text because
Right.
it's easier.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah, different MMO. I don't know. Like, yeah, whenever that happens, that should be a red flag of, oh, maybe this is a different individual, different entity. Yeah, crazy.
Like Shibasaki confronted his reg supervisors.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say that you were gonna take care of?" It's like, yes, we did.
Yep.
And that didn't happen, did it?
And they're like,
no, we didn't. Like, then what the freak is going on? It's like, I don't know. They told that they would take care of it, and then it goes even further because now they're like, hey,
don't act on your own.
Don't act on your own. Don't do anything. The FBI got everything under control. And it's like, hey, like, this is our country. It was like, why are we letting these guys do something? It's like, it's like kind of like, yeah, it's appreciated, but it's our country, so it's like,
right, yeah, it's crazy because the middleman is where it really breaks down. Shibasaki definitely had the right idea, and they are telling him to stand down. Oh man, it was insane.
Especially because now we know, Shibasaki's background.
Oh yes.
So he already is smelling that there's something fishy here.
That's right.
Because he's like, I remember the last time you told me to stand down and don't look any further, and I was almost fired. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into it again.
That's right. And it's pretty cool, this part. He goes down, and some of the other guys on the force, they say, hey, we want to like join you and help you. And he's like, are you guys like serious about this? But and so yeah, they go and they start digging a little bit more. Props to Shibazaki. He knows what's up. At the airport, the FBI, they have kind of like the setup going on, and 5 is the mastermind behind this particular scenario.
They bugged the entire place.
They did. It was really wacky to me. They, like, the police told some of the personnel of the airport to like flash these images on screens, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, why did this not bring up like warning bells for the airport themselves? But anyway, 9 and 12, they come in and they bring along Lisa, thinking that she would be kind of like a unknown factor to help. 9 goes, he figures out that it's going to be like a chessboard, and they are thinking that 5 wants to continue their game from back when they were in the facility, and so she was the little girl that they saw back then. So 9, he goes around the airport, figures out all the different moves, goes to the place. 12's also like going around. 12 is pretty cool. He goes around without being caught on the security cameras, so he's awesome. Lisa, she also goes in. I want to say she helps, but Lisa is kind of like, she's the third wheel. She drags them down. She gets caught. She helps. She inadvertently helps 5 more.
Like at this point, Sphinx is cornered.
Yes.
Because like after the bomb at the subway exploded, and now on this message, I guess it would make sense that people didn't notice, because people, it's in a panic. So if they if they all receive, a text message saying like, hey, where's Sphinx? This is the next riddle. It's like, their mind is not working properly as to, hey, these ones are fake.
True.
And so they give the coordinates to the airport, and even though they're cornered, because it's like, yeah, it's this fake sphinx that is threatening with a bomb on a place where the real sphinx were already targeting. But they are 12 is getting actually cold feet, and they're like, hey, should we really be doing this? Because it's like they are just wanting to give a statement. They don't want to cause any casualties. They just want to give a statement. We still don't know what's the purpose of 5 and the FBI, but it seems that at this point that their purposes are aligned, because they want to get Sphinx.
Yeah.
And so she's playing chess. Lisa is creating a diversion, and even though they're being cornered, 9 is still somehow one step ahead, or kind of like at the same level as 5, even though 5 has a lot more cards at her disposal.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Because she's fooled beautifully. It's like, man, Lelouch would be proud.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Because she is full of on the camera recordings for 5 minutes.
That's right. Yep.
And when she's like, oh no, like these are wrong, and when she leaves the trailer where she was hiding,
9 comes out.
9 comes like, hey,
he is a god.
And they start catching up, for old time's sake, having a good chat until there are gunshots, and she's like mad because like, are you guys idiots? Like, I didn't order you to shoot him. It's
oh man, oh gosh, that's crazy.
But at the same time, she has noticed Lisa, because Lisa sucks at being a terrorist, which again, kind of like normal. Kind of like in a similar situation, we would probably be doing the same.
Sure. She has someone go to Lisa and capture her.
She sends Clarence, right?
Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence is like, hey, would you mind coming with me? Like, man. That's the least un-American thing. But kind of like, everything's over, or so they think, because they're like, hey, like, we won, we know where's the bomb, it's supposed to be here. And they're like, I don't see anything. Then 12 gets a call from Lisa and is like, hey, I'm in a plane. Why are you on a plane? He's like, because I want to travel, you idiot. He's like, no. He's like, I got captured, and there's a bomb here.
There's a bomb here.
And the plane is moving. And they're like,
well, who's driving it? Oh, it's autopilot. No one's there. Oh my gosh.
So again, they're like, oh, freaking 5. It's even crazier than these guys. Because for some reason, 5 seems to be infatuated with 9 to the point of, being a yandere.
Yep.
Wanting to kill him.
Yep.
And, all of this time, you have seen this pattern. These guys, they don't want to kill people again. So, on this gate, there are a lot of people, and, we have a bomb on a plane that it's heading towards this gate.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, if we create a diversion, we can manage to kind of like mitigate the damages, evacuate everyone. And they're like, dude, what about my waifu?
Yeah.
12 is like, my waifu? Dude, is like, seriously? He's like, oh, boy, okay, yeah.
Yep.
We have another plan.
Yeah. Contact Shibazaki.
Yeah, contact the good guys.
Yes. The extra good guys. And it works out. For the most part. They,
Kind of,
yeah. They
it goes really bad.
Oh yes. Yep. They do manage to go on. They help. Well, Lisa, they do manage to get Lisa to get out of the plane, get her away, redirect the plane, and but this whole incident basically indicates that Five is in the game, and she means business. And so Shibazaki, he knows that some things are up, like things aren't adding up the way that they should. There seems to be a different player, especially if the original Sphinx didn't plan this whole bomb on the plane idea. So he starts to dig into it a little bit deeper. Uh, he eventually finds out that there was a particular program for young kids. It was like it was years ago, but it was like some sort of peace something program. And he finds out that
I think it was called the Athenia program.
Yes, he finds the Athena program. So he knows that this is where he should go to really dig into what Sphinx is trying to do, because he knows that they're trying to give a message instead of just like terrorizing and whatnot.
Right, because after he has a call with Nine, he's like, "Hey, why are they trying to just make the bombs explode, but don't have anyone, don't have casualties?"
Yeah.
So yeah, he starts digging in, which causes a lot of problems after the airport incident with his higher ups, because it's like, we gave you an order of like to stand down.
Not do anything. Yep.
You didn't freaking obey it, so you're suspended.
Yeah.
And so he starts doing his kind of like private investigations.
Yeah.
Goes with a few politics and starts blackmailing them, and they're like, "Oh, you're a police and you're doing this." Like, "Hey, dude," it's like, "I'm probably fired, so I don't give a crap. So you're either gonna tell me what I want, or I can make you."
Yeah.
And he starts, finding all of these really messed up plans of how a pharmaceutical company from Japan wanted to make gifted children. And upon investigating a little more, he finds that this is bigger than what he had imagined. He starts connecting all the threads again. But during this time that he's doing his investigation on his side, our heroes, they were kind of like defeated because the bomb exploded. They did save Lisa, but they're being compromised. Because the place where they were staying at gets a bomb. And Nine is like, "I told you," it's like, it was a stupid idea to bring her because she's compromised our plans. She's not helping, and she does an even stupider thing. Because she's like, "Oh, I won't cause you any more trouble, so I'm gonna leave." Which, translation is like, "I want to cause you more troubles, so I'm leaving." Because it's like, who in their right mind is like, "Oh, these guys are being chased. I better get separated from them," because that's what people says. Divide and prevail.
Right.
It's like, no, it's divide and conquer, and the conquer is not you guys, it's you being conquered, because she was being again followed She gets taken by 5. She has a nice little chat with her, and she tries to be the tragic heroine, saying like, "Oh, whatever you want to do with me, do it." But them, and she's like, "I don't give a crap about you," which fair enough. Like
fair enough. Yeah.
but I can use you.
That's right.
And that's what she does, and she actually manages to divide 9 and 12, because 12 was already getting cold feet. He was like, "Hey, like I was not completely on board with this one, and now that 5 is here, that girl's crazy. So let's call it quits while we still can. Let's high low."
Yeah.
And 9 is like, "No,
stick with the plan.
We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah. We're doing it." And then 12 receives message from Lisa. He goes to save Lisa.
Yep.
He betrays
9.
9. And
giving
we're probably showing a little clip about it, but it's like, he betrays 9.
It's a lot of things that happen.
And this part is actually really good.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he's like freaking 12. He's like, it's supposed to be bros before waifus.
Well, right. But yeah, he goes with Lisa, and he is devastated after this. They are let off. I was really surprised about that, but again, FBI, U.S. involvement. So they kind of like go off.
They have what they wanted, so they're like, okay, right, you are no longer useful. So
5 goes after 9, and so 9 is being pursued. Lisa and 12, they kind of like talk with each other. Poor 12 is way too devastated to really like connect with anything anymore. He's like down in the slumps. And then 9.
Was he though? He wasn't. He was all part of the plan. Because
okay.
12 left, but he was like, "No, stick with the plan," and he stuck with the plan because he went to retrieve the bomb, and it was on the school. He went to retrieve it, and
9 did.
9 did.
Oh yes. Yeah.
He went to retrieve it. He went to another place and set it up, everything. And then he went to the police station and was like, "Hey, I want to turn myself in. I'm Sphinx number 1." And everyone was like, "What the heck?" He's like, and he's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna talk with anyone other than Shibasaki." And they were like, "Oh, well, Shibasaki, it's suspended." It's like, well, I guess you're screwed.
Seriously, yeah.
They're like, okay.
So 9 sets up.
I'm gonna give a press conference then at this time, but I don't want anyone else other than the Japanese police. And they're like, "You got it." And then the FBI is like, "The heck you do."
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Like, freaking FBI. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the conference time is coming up. The transport is going along. 9 is in there. And what did the FBI do? They get involved again and royally screws everything up. Incredible confrontation between 5 and 9. We find out that 5, she was doing it all for catching up with 9, and just like inserting herself into his life.
It was a weird way of saying like, "Hey, I want to protect you from the U.S. by trying to kill you," which standard yandere.
Okay, yeah.
Because she had a conversation with Clarence.
Ooh, yes.
After they had the accident when they were about to bust 9, because they wanted 9, because 9 knew where the bomb was.
Right.
So they were attacking the police.
From the power plant.
Yeah.
Nuclear power plant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Atomic bomb. It turns out.
Yeah. It turns out that it was not your typical nuclear material. It was
just plutonium. It was a bomb.
Yeah. It was something a bit dangerous.
Oh yeah.
And so like 12 saves the day. Managed to shake them off, but you know, after they had a bit of a difference in opinion, Clearance and 5, Clearance is like, hey, I kind of let you go because we gotta have that guy, and she's like, no, that guy's mine. He straight up kills that guy, goes with 9, and you know, this is the part where I thought it was like, yeah, you know, she kind of like wanted to protect 9 from the U.S. government, because on kind of like going back again with Shibasaki, he's learning more and more about how all of this is connected, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, there was a facility where we were treating kids like lab rats.
Oh yeah.
And it was
trying to militarize them and everything.
Yeah, it was just like an experimental drug that would only work on kids younger than 5.
Yeah, and I found that.
And even after that, oh yeah, like even after that, like some of them didn't make it.
Yeah, there was a majority died.
There was only one survivor, and the U.S. took her when they got a hold of, you know, the crappy things that they were doing.
Yeah, and the 2 escapees.
And they're like, oh, and there were
12.
2 more that escaped a year before the project was shut down. And then Shibasaki's like, okay, so like you're like a little piece of crap. He's like, well, I was just acting on orders. It's like, so who's your boss? And he gave the name of the boss, and it's like, oh, he's the same guy that I was trying to prosecute 15 years ago. The reason why I ended up on the archive section.
Yeah.
And so the same reason of why I'm being suspended right now.
Yeah. Dude, like seriously, he needs a promotion.
So he goes to confront this guy. It was what was his name of the bad guy?
Mamiya?
Mamiya Sensei, yeah.
Yeah.
He goes to confront him, and the guy was so messed up. He's like, oh yeah, I did this for my country.
Yeah.
You know, like after the war, we were devastated, and we needed to be on top. And it's like,
right.
So you invest on you know, education and infrastructure. I don't know, something to help the general population. You don't create,
just bypass all of that.
Yeah, soldier kids. Like, what do you think you are? Like Halo or?
Oh my gosh, yeah, and it was crazy. He like lost his humanity from doing all this experimentation. It was crazy, man. Like learning about all of this, it was like, wow, this is deep, dark stuff.
Yeah,
dark stuff, man.
Boy, because the press conference was supposed to be at 8 p.m.
Yep.
But it is during this time that after 5 confronts 9 and tells like, hey, it was thanks to you that I was leaving a little more, because you know, like even these kind of like super gifted kids had an expiration date, if you will.
Yeah.
And so she was like, no, this is it for me. Like, I was trying to save you from these guys, and I did the best I could, but you know what? I screwed up, so...
my time is ending.
Like,
live for me.
Live for me, and she the most hardcore thing, and just like kind of like lit herself on fire.
Basically.
And then
exploded. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he went to another kind of like a skyscraper, and at 8... another video shows up.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, guess what? Yeah, there was going to be a press conference. but you guys just love to be in the way, right?
Yep.
So guess what?
Due to circumstances, there's another one.
You're like, and you know, this is a part of what I'm telling you, that everything was part of the plan. Because he knew that 5 was gonna try to
interfere,
to get in the way. That's why he turned himself in. Because like, yeah, there's not gonna be a press conference.
Yeah, and there's no stopping 5.
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, even if I tell him like, hey, just Japanese, he's like, yeah, either 5 or United States were like,
oh yeah,
the heck you do? Is like, yeah, that's why, like a goodly large apprentice, I'm gonna record a video because I know what these guys are doing. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, hey, guess what? This is the last one.
Yeah.
It's an atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And whoa!
Everybody loses their crap. And yeah, this is the climax. Everything goes to a head in these parts. Everyone is scrambling. Shibazaki, he's still around. Good for him. He's like still trying to help people, even though people suck. He genius of him. He figures out a way of an atomic bomb going off without any casualties. Incredible. And his daughter is pretty awesome too. But yeah, the like other guy on the police force, he basically tells him, yeah, if it goes up on a balloon up in the stratosphere, and it'll go off there without really killing anyone. And so they figure out and they find the balloon, and then some more things happen, and then it goes off, and I got chills at this part when it goes off.
Yeah.
And you see the flash.
It looked
man,
impressive.
I was like,
oh
man, and it's just so flabbergasting seeing that go off. Incredible.
The explosion generated electromagnetic pulse.
Yep.
Like an MVP. And
shuts down everything. EMP. Everything
shuts down everything.
Yep.
And kind of like that. That's it. That was their goal.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like their goal was to show like, hey, we're a Sphinx, and if we wanted, we could have killed you.
Yeah. But
they didn't. You know, all the electronics dying was just like an added bonus. Because they just wanted to look flashy. It's like, hey, this is what we could have done to you. So you better put or connect all those dots together to find out why the heck we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because we could do it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you know, they meet back at the facility. 9 and 12 and Lisa.
Yep.
They're chilling.
Comes. Yeah, I actually like this. It's like really down to earth. Having a great time.
You know, kind of like really a Last Supper. It's like,
you're gonna make me cry.
Because they knew what they were coming. Because Shibazaki arrives to the facility, like, so, like, this is it. Like, you never wanted to kill anyone. You were wronged. You just wanted to, you know, the whole world to acknowledge the messed up thing that the government did to you, or, you know, those power hungry.
Yeah, bring it to light.
Guys.
Gain that attention.
And man, the next one, I was not expecting the next part.
The U.S. government FBI shows up.
Yeah.
Dude, they are the literal worst.
Man,
they are real bad guys. Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh, gotta watch the anime. Yeah, I was flabbergasted because, you know, it's rare seeing that happen to protagonists. So one is on screen, the other kind of off-screen implied. It's really devastating. It's really sad. Shibazaki, you know, he's devastated. Lisa is too. Also, they're killed.
Boy,
it's way messed up.
Which I was confused because I guess the FBI went through those lines because they didn't want people to find out that they were involved in part of it. Most of it was the Japan officials, and
absolutely a lot of it was on the Japanese officials.
But then they were like, I guess the part was like, hey, well, we don't want Japan to know that we're spying on them, and that we knew that they had a bomb, and that we wanted to steal the bomb.
Okay.
That's the only reason, because they were like, one of the last conversations were like, oh yeah, we want the people to be focused on them and not on us. So it's like, so let's go, and then they're like, phew.
Okay.
So they just did it, just like, well, I wanted to shoot my gun, so I'm gonna do it. Because they didn't have to, because they just killed 12.
Yep.
And 9 was like, oh, you sons of liberty, I'm going to like this detonator, I'm gonna like detonate all the bomb, and it's in a nuclear reactor this time again, so get ready for this. And it was like, Shibazaki stopped and was like, hey, no worries, gonna make sure that your story's told. And he has one last exchange with Shibazaki, and then we go forward to 1 year later, where there are a bunch of tombs, or kind of like just planks.
Yeah, wooden planks drove into the ground. Lisa, she's there, and she leaves, and then she meets Shibazaki. They have a brief exchange, and what a devastating ending.
Yeah,
it's like
things got resolved a little bit, because
like the evil stuff that happened, that was definitely put out into the world. There was like a TV thing going on with some of the people involved, but it was an incredible ending.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely something else. Again, in anime, sometimes it's weird that your protagonist dies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in this one, it was like, what?
Yeah.
Because they were gonna die either way. So.
Yes, yeah. I was really blown away by the storytelling of the anime, and the two of them inevitably coming to that conclusion. Yeah, it was very impressive to me, with them outsmarting the whole world. 5 coming in there and like her offing herself. Yeah, these kids, they were definitely wronged, but then exposing it to the public, that was amazing. Yeah, I really enjoyed probably the music the most.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, that was probably my highlight for this one.
One of the aspects that I like about the storytelling was that a lot of it was still being based, on the Oedipus Rex.
Oh yes,
tragedy.
Yeah, all the mythology.
In which even at the end, 9 tells Shibazaki like, you're Oedipus.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you're Oedipus in what way? In the way that you're gonna kill your parent. In this case, your higher ups.
The higher ups. And Oedipus Rex going up and getting that higher up basically killed. Yeah, incredible. Yeah,
because
really cool.
It's essentially actually what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, like they were at the facility.
Make their kind of like creators.
Yeah.
Kind of, if you put it in that way.
Oh right, their creators get their due justice. Patricide. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really, really amazing, really clever way of involving that myth of Oedipus in here. Really, really cool.
Boy, but yeah, that was it. I hope you guys liked it. And
yep. Thanks for joining us.
Man, great anime. Go watch it.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep watching anime. See you next week. Matane.